Hello children, how are you children? Hello children, how are you doing today? Okay, this is the summary of the work done today in the class. Exit. I catch good exit. What does that give to you? What does that mean? It means that I catch cold and I just sneezed. Yes. So our topic on health education is going to be on illness. So we'll be looking at common illness. Okay. We'll be looking at what common illness. Okay, let's look at what illness is. Illness is a state of feeling sick as a result of infection from germs or insects. Okay, illness is a state of feeling sick as a result of infection from germs or insect. Okay, can you see pictures of those who are sick? The one with fever, the one with, you see, all of them, the one that has cold. Okay, these are different pictures of people who are sick. So we want to look at some common illness. Yes, number one is malaria. If you could remember, there was a time I told you I had malaria. Yes, and I told you the cause of it. I said mosquitoes, that it was mosquito that caused it, that it beats me so much. Is that not? Yes. So now malaria is what we are going to be looking at first, and causes of malaria is what? Mosquito bite. You see, when mosquito bites you too much, what happens? Then you automatically have malaria. Yes. So what are the symptoms? How do you know that you have malaria? Number one is high temperature. When you have high temperature, when your body is hot, when you have high temperature, then fever and loss of appetite, when you don't want to eat, when you don't feel like eating, when nothing tastes good in your mouth. Those are the symptoms of malaria. Okay, so guys, can you see the boy has fever? He has fever. And can you see a thermometer in his mouth? Now the thermometer is used to check his temperature. Okay guys, let's move on. The next illness is measles and chicken pox. What did I say? Measles and chicken pox. What is that thing that causes measles and chicken pox? It's a virus or infection. Okay, and how do you know that you have measles or infection or chicken pox? When you have rashes all over your body and you have a fever. Okay, those are the symptoms of measles and chicken pox. Okay, then can you see the picture of a child with chicken pox? This is exactly how chicken pox looks like. Okay, yes. Now the next illness is called kwashiorkor. What did I say? Kwashiorkor. Okay, let's look at the causes of kwashiorkor. Number one is insufficient nutrients in the body. Insufficient nutrients in the body, which means that child does not have enough nutrients in his body, and that is why he has kwashiorkor. So how do you know that the boy has kwashiorkor? What are the symptoms? Number one, you see the child with a swollen stomach, his hand will be swollen, and his feet will be swollen. He's going to have sores on his hand, then loss of colored hair and skin. You see, if the boy has a black hair, you see the color will start changing, and even the skin of the child will start changing. And do you know the last thing is growth partially stop, which means that he will stop growing properly the way he is supposed to grow. Do you understand? Okay, when you don't eat a balanced diet, definitely you won't grow properly. Okay, that is why whenever our parents give us food, we don't reject. Okay, you don't know the right food for yourself. It's your parents that know the right food. So whenever they give you food, don't reject. Don't say I don't like beans. Don't say I don't like yam. Don't say you eat everything they give you. They know what is good for you. Okay guys, let's move on to the next one. Yes, that is a picture of a child with kwashiorkor. The boy, as you can see, has a black hair. I'm sure he had a black hair, and now what happens, the color of the hair has changed. And if you look at his body, his hand, you will see sores on his hand. Okay, look at his tummy, how big his tummy is, and his arm so tiny, and his leg tiny. You can imagine. We don't pray for that. So it's good to eat properly, eat balanced diet. So another common illness are dysentery and diarrhea. Okay, and what are the causes of dysentery and diarrhea? Number one is virus, number two is infection, and and number three is poor feeding. Okay, when they don't feed you well, when you are not fed in a good or in a clean environment, or you know, all these things are the causes of diarrhea. They are infection, and that is why we always tell you not to put your hand in your mouth. Don't put your fingers in your mouth. Don't pick anything on the floor and put in your mouth, because all these things, you can you can be infected with virus or infection or anything. There are germs everywhere, so do not put your fingers in your hand. Do you understand? Now, what are the symptoms of dysentery and diarrhea? Number one is loose or watery stool. When you notice that your stool is watery, then you should know that yes, I think this must be diarrhea. Or when you are vomiting, yes, when you are vomiting and stooling frequently, then definitely you have this two illness. And another symptom is seeing mucus or blood in the stool. Do you understand? When you see mucus or blood in the stool, then you should know that you have diarrhea. Look at that girl. She has been going to the toilet every 30 minutes, or maybe not up to. Okay, she has diarrhea. Okay, so can you see picture of can you see picture of people with different sickness? Okay, we have fever, cold. You can see the child vomiting, drowsy, difficult to wake, all those things. We have different kinds of sickness. So that is that about this topic, just for you to revise. And here is your sit work. Number one, you're going to tell me what illness is. Okay, so what is illness? You're going to write it, and you're going to mention 3 types of illness, and you're going to mention 2 causes of illness. Okay, so that is that about today's topic. So thanks for watching, and don't forget to wash your hands frequently in order to stay safe. Okay, don't forget that Mrs. Thomas cares. Have a nice day. Bye. Okay.